Hello and welcome back to our video series, Doing Your First Data Science Project with a Kaggle Dataset. As you know, we are in the Exploratory Data Analysis phase, or EDA, and we're examining the 4 questions we laid out at the beginning of this process. We just looked at the distribution of the numerical variables among the target using Yellowbrick's very cool parallel coordinates feature, which again, just as a recap, in addition to creating this beautiful picture, it's meaningful as well because it plots the numerical variables along the x-axis and draws lines, vertical lines between them, broken up among the target. So again, in our case, the target is survived, not survived. And, as we can see, for example, those who paid the higher fare had a higher survival rates, which makes sense. Those traveling with family members or in families had a higher death rate, those kind of things. So that's kind of what we learned from this. And then from here, we're going to use matplotlib in this section to look at the survival rate among different categories. So I'm going to copy this code block and paste it in. We'll go ahead and just look at it from this page so you can follow along. So you have like a breakdown of male, female, survive, not survive. We can see that women tended to do better than the men. No surprise there. And in terms of survival, we can see that we can see the breakdown of the different ports, which again, if you like, okay, what is S? You can go back to your data dictionary, which we've talked a lot about, and see that C is Cherbourg and S is Southampton. So the folks who actually the folks who boarded at Southampton had a higher death rate, but they also had a higher survival rate, suggesting that most people got on at Southampton. And but it's interesting. And then looking obviously at that the lower the class you went, the worse the survival. So the people in first class had the best chance of living. These are stark conclusions, but that's how it is. It's also very interesting. And so this concludes the fourth question about the different survival rates in the categories using matplotlib. And in the next section of videos, we're going to look at feature selection and engineering. So you definitely want to tune in for that.